Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Just My Opinion. I really do appreciate it. And guys, it is all over. The series finale for Power Season 6 has debuted. It's on the app right now. Probably you've seen it if you're looking at this episode. And it's it, man. You know, we got episode 15 titled Exactly How We Planned. And what I do on this channel is I give movie reviews, I do trailer reactions, I sometimes talk about entertainment news and do television recaps, hence this show Power right here. And everybody was wanting to know who killed Ghost. I mean, they left us in a cliffhanger at the end of the mid-season finale a number of months ago, and then this episode we just been going episode by episode, character. Is it Paz? Excuse me. Is it Tate? Is it Tarik? Is it Sax? Is it Tasha? Is it Tommy? You know, who is it? But we finally know who it is. But before I actually get into all that, and you know who killed Ghost in this episode, I wanted to say about this episode, like it wasn't weak. I'm not gonna just say that I did not like it, but in this, it just really wasn't that strong to me. You know, I mean, it focused on Tarik, of course, but to me, it just wasn't as strong as the previous episodes, because while the past 5 or 6 episodes were kind of recaps and it was kind of dipping and dabbing into all other of the other characters, and we was able to see their perspective, and just get away with, get rid of all the loose strings and tie them off and whatnot. This was just more of that. It was kind of just, overblown as far as, getting perspectives from different people that we've already seen before, even though it's still trying to focus on Tarik. But I will say something that did kind of turn me off, though, before I just go through the whole episode is, when I was watching these episodes, and then, it's just nothing but recaps and different perspectives, all up until the time I was saying to myself, it seems like when they're going back and retelling the story, that they're changing the dialogue and changing the scenes. And that just didn't seem right to me, and I just really wasn't sure. And I didn't have enough patience, to go back and actually look. But it was clear to me that they did that in this episode, especially where Tommy confronted Tasha when he found out that she killed Lakeisha, his girl, at the crib or whatever, because she left the bracelet over there. But I don't want to jump too far ahead. But that's when I was like, I know for damn sure, 100%, without a doubt, that they are changing scenes, they are changing dialogue, and I just don't necessarily know how I feel about that. But just because I have that complaint, that nitpick right there, and just because I did not say that the episode is not as strong, I still did enjoy it. Let's just go ahead and talk about it. Tarik killed Ghost. It was Tarik. I kind of said this 2 or 3 weeks ago that I think it's Tarik. I had no idea during the cliffhanger of the mid-season finale and at the very beginning of these last few episodes. But, I think about 2 or 3 episodes ago, I was like, okay, if it's Tasha, Sax, Tommy, and Tarik, I think it's going to be Tarik or whatever. And especially when we got the episode with Tommy and he went to go talk to Ghost in those last dying moments, because he realized that Dre was the one pulling on all the strings. When he looked up and he was like, "You mother effer," and Ghost was like, let him be, let him be. The only person that would make sense to me to where he would have that reaction, and to where Ghost would be like, let him go in his last dying breaths, would be Tarik. And we see that it is Tarik. But like I said, guys, I told y'all, like, they should have punched Tarik in the chest a long time ago to set him in his place, but they didn't, you know what I'm saying? And Ghost is ended up dead. And there's also just a few takeaways that we have to get from this episode. There's some things that we can learn, even though this is, this Power series is just like the death and destruction of black people and their families, unfortunately. I talked about it before, how I'm going to just stop watching it because it's so toxic, but here I am. So, I'm not judging you because I'm watching it myself. I'm still slightly entertained. I'm just kind of being honest with you, but I will go ahead and say that don't do drugs. Don't cheat on your family. Don't cheat on your wife, cheat on your spouse. Be honest with people. Don't try to get over on people, because you see what happens. You get a Power episode and just nobody wins. Everybody's dead, or everybody's in jail, or you end up alone, or you end up without a job. Either you're dead, you're alone, you're in jail, or you don't have a job, or a combination of those things. And so I don't think that's anything that somebody wants. And so I guess that's something that we can all learn from this. But just going towards the beginning of the episode with this focusing on Tarik. And guys, please put your comments down below. I want to hear what you think. You know, where's my do-rag? My waves are just not like really popping right now. You know, but I took it off right before I shot this episode. I'm shooting this, but I'm looking at a picture right now. Tarik, when the episode started out, he had his blue shirt on, talking to his mom, trying to find out where he is or whatever, and he got his do-rag on. I just have to say, I cannot stand it when people wear their do-rag and it's hanging down. I mean, they even have that in the mark material on the package. That just bugs the hell out of me. Do they do that up in New York? I don't know. I mean, you put the do-rag on, you tie. You don't want to tie it too tight. You know what I'm saying? You get the lines on your forehead. Roll that thing up, man, and tuck it in. That just I can't even talk. That bothered the hell out of me or whatever. And I just had to throw that in there. But, I mean, seriously, when I was joking just a second ago about punching Tarik in the chest, this has set him in his place. I mean, seriously, guys, his mama or ghost should have did that because, like, he just done lost his damn mind. Like, the way he was talking to his mom, like, Mom, where the hell you at? You know what I'm saying? I was looking for you. And like, dude, how old are you? 17, 18 years old? And you talking to your mom this way? I mean, I know y'all don't have the typical family or whatever, the typical relationship, mother, father, son, family, whatever. You know, but still, man. And Tasha just like, I guess you just forgot. I mean, she all guilty and stuff because she was smashing. Oh, excuse me. The episode didn't start with Tarik. It started with her smashing Q, quitting or whatever. You know, they getting their love making on, getting their smash on. Condoms everywhere. She finds the gun in the drawer, which is a big deal about the episode later. So she feels guilty to. I am your mother and I can smash if I want to. I mean, of course, she didn't say that. But he was talking about, he ever talking to his mom, talking about, you ever dating a nigga and I ain't even met him. Like, what are you talking about? Are you serious? My mom is married to my dad, but I'm just saying, like, even if I even came remotely close to having that time with my mama, she would knock my head off or whatever. You know, I'm physically stronger with her. She would get that mama power from I don't know where that they be getting out of no place sometimes and knock my head off. And that just like really, really frustrates me. I mean, I don't know. It really bugged me. I don't like it. I really, really wish, I was really hoping that Ghost or somebody had, you know, punched him in the chest. Now, Ghost later on kind of slammed it down, talking about look at me or whatever, and we'll get to that. But it wasn't justified. I wanted a justifiable reason to why, we had to set Tarik in his place. I mean, I like the fact that, you know, he's looking out for his mom and he cares. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, there is a right and wrong way to do it. But let's go back just a second. How the episode started with Tasha and Q quitting or whatever. I do not like Q. I do not like quitting. This dude is like Captain Emotional, Captain Save-A-Ho or whatever. Like, why are you so into Tasha, dude? Like, I mean, I don't understand. I can understand, look, hey, you may be in between relationships. You may want somebody to hang out with, have sex with somebody every once in a while. But, bro, you want to go you wanted to go on a honeymoon tomorrow or whatever. You want to go, I can't think of the word right now where you go get married on a whim. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But that's what you want to go do, dude. And I'm just like, it doesn't make sense to me, man. You're just too emotional. Like, you're not in high school. You're not in college. You should have had some type of dating experiences to where you've weaned this out of your personality. It just doesn't make sense to me because, I mean, the woman is married and she's stepping out and doing this and doing that. Like, you have a daughter. Like, why do you want this? You know, they have, you know, scenes where he's calling this little, I think she was 9 years old, and he's like, you know, hey, baby, how you doing? You playing with your toy or whatever they was talking about on the phone. I can't really remember in the background. But I'm just saying, like, why do you want this to be a part of your life? You know, I mean, I know nobody's perfect, and he probably has dirt in his life too, but the guy is just too in love with Tasha for me, and it really just kind of bothers me, and I really don't understand. And, you know, then we have, going back to what I was talking about, we have Tasha and Tarik getting together. They're trying to find out a plan to take down Ghost because for some reason Take is in Tasha's ear, you know, thinking that, you know, Ghost is going to rat Tarik out, which is not the case. Everybody has an agenda. And, you know, everybody end up being wrong. And again, you're dead, you're in jail, you're alone, or you don't have a job. Now, one of the things before I get there is I just don't understand. I mean, Ghost is dead. I thought that's another surprise. I thought somehow he was going to come through and be like, I'm Ghost. I'm a ghost. I'm not really dead or whatever. I poured a fast one on y'all. See y'all in Power Book 2, you know, in the summer. And we'll talk about that. But no, he's dead. he is really dead, and he's not coming back. Even he's not. He's dead. He's dead. He's not coming back. But I just don't understand why he had to be so mean. That's just another thing. Like, I mean, he would just, you cheated on your wife, and you ruined your whole family. Raina's dead. You got so many people trying to take you out and this and that. It's just like, bro, why are you making things worse than yourself? When it was at the funeral, or not the funeral, but at the graveyard for Raina, at first he apologized to Tasha, but then towards the end, he's like, I'm taking the kids. Ramona's going to raise your other daughter, and, get out of here. I release you from your marriage. What did he say? I have it written down. A half smart chicken head. I'm just like, goddamn, dude, like, that's just not even necessary. That's just like, now I cannot, that's the first time I've used toxic masculinity. I hate that word. It comes from white supremacy, but at the same, and it does, or white supremacists. But I mean, I'm not even going to use the term because it came from them. But the dude is just, he don't need to be talking like that. It's just unnecessary, and you're making things hard on yourself. And I really don't understand now. Now, this is the part right here where it just really bugged me. And I was talking about how power is cheating as far as them changing the scenes, the dialogue, and that nature when they're going back and recapping everything, giving different perspectives. In previous episodes it was focusing on Tommy, and he was at the club, and he was looking at ghosts. Then he left, and then Blanca came out, Rodriguez, and then she gave Tommy the bag of all the stuff of Lakeisha's at the house. And they saw the bracelet in there. And then this is where Tommy realized, oh, snap, this is Tasha's bracelet. So she was the one of the house. She's the one that killed my girl, Lakeisha. So, he went over there to confront her. And in those previous episodes, he pulled the gun on Tasha, and she was standing up. And then she turned her back. And she was like, well, hey, if I'm going to die, I would rather it be done from you. And that's when she turns her back and she's crying. And Tommy decides at the last minute, because, she presented the letter, and she leaves. So she was standing up and her back was turned. But in this episode or whatever, Tasha is on her knees and he's pointing the gun on her face. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That is not what happened. Okay. Like, why are they changing this? Now, in this episode, it was more intense, and they possibly had more than one. Well, I'm pretty sure they had more. I'm confident that they had more than one take when they shot this. So they just used different takes, but I just want some consistency here. Okay. And I'm pretty sure they've done this in other scenes. And I really just don't understand, like, why they would do that. And it just kind of like, really frustrated me. Now, we also, like I said, nothing really new is revealed in this episode up until Tarik kills Ghost. After that, that's kind of where all the surprises come from, if you would consider them a surprise. But we also see that Radner, Tarik's teacher, he gets caught with the drugs. And Tarik tries to go in the back way, and the security guard is like, hey, you can't go this way. I was also kind of feeling sad for Tasha when she was arguing with Ghost at the old house. And then they was having memories of all the good old days when Raina was alive. Tommy was coming through, eating breakfast and things like that. And just kind of how the whole place is empty now. It's just kind of like an empty void. And I'm just kind of like, damn, y'all had it all, and y'all was kind of just some, one unit right here. But, it just kind of all fell apart. And like I said, you end up alone. Ghost is talking about how I'm gonna be doing all this for you, Tarik. And then this is another kicker where Ghost is just rubbing in, being a mean asshole for no complete reason. And another thing is just kind of bad writing too. Like it was kind of like forced confrontation, because sometimes you have Ghost trying to be sympathetic and be like, look, I know that I effed you over, Tasha, but I'm gonna try to make the best of it. And then he's rubbing in. That it wasn't that consistent. But then we see this scene right here where Ghost is, Tarik is at the house, and or his house or his apartment, wherever he stays, his loft, whatever. And he's drinking in front of Tarik, and he's all drunk and being belligerent and stuff like that. And it was just a little bit too over the top for me. I mean, what they were trying to do is justify. At this point in time, we didn't know for sure that Tarik was the one that was going to kill Ghost. but they were just trying to make Ghost just to be he was already an asshole. We determined this seasons ago that, okay, Ghost, you tripping. Or at least I did. But they was really just trying to give a better reason to why Tarik would kill his father. Just like, he has to go because look at what he's doing. They're talking about, you lied to my face. Ghost talking about, you're the one that got your sister killed. They saying nigga and motherfucker back to each other. Ghost is just like being like a horrible father. And he lashes out to me. I hate you. I effing hate you. And, like I have to give it to Tarik. What is Tarik's real name? I don't even know. But this young guy, Michael Rainey Jr. This dude, he's a good actor to me. He really is. I don't know how old he is. I don't even know if he's in any other material. He was in Orange and Is the New Black. He was on Barbershop, The Next Cut, and of course I heard of Barbershop, but I haven't heard of 211 and Amateur. I don't see anything else on his filmography, but I do got to give it to Tarik. He's a pretty decent actor for a young guy. But this is just a horrible, just horrible. I'm finna say toxic again, horrible scene or whatever. And it seemed like Tarik was about to give Ghost one more chance. Like, look, man, let's just try to salvage the rest of this, okay? You want me to confess? I don't want to. You said you would be there for me. Okay, just be honest with me, man. If you're honest with me from Breeze or whatever, I will confess. And I that's just selfish to Ghost as well, just to try to get your son to confess, but he doesn't want to do it. And he's like, look at me, and Tarik is hurt. I don't blame him for being hurt. He still should have got punched in the chest. He's still too big for his britches. But he's like, Ghost says, look at me, and he don't look at him immediately and just kind of just chokes him up and flings him around. And I'm just like, and he was like, Ghost said something like, don't make me use force or something like that. And Tarik took that as like, okay, this dude gonna kill me. And then like the next scene is when Tarik is talking to his mom, Tasha, and is like, and she's like, he said he was gonna kill you, and he was like, Tarik said was like, no, he didn't have to say the words, but I felt that he was, you know what I'm saying? You just had to had to hear that or whatever. But now I hear it from him. But now we're kind of getting up to the gritty or whatever, because they're trying to come up with the plan to kill Ghost. Like, okay, what we're going to do? She's like, I got the keys to the Escalade. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hide in the back and I'm going to pop him in the back of the head. But to set this up, you got to go to the club. You got to act like everything is good. When everybody's gone, he going to cut off the lights. You got to send me a text. Whoop de whoop. He going to come. Bam. We're going to get away scot-free. I got the gun. Yada, yada, yada. Of course, it doesn't just go as planned. They leave on that scene. It just it's just so fake and not the best writing. Is they had that horrible confrontation, a horrible fallout between Ghost and his son Tarik. And then the next scene that we see them together, Tarik's at the club in his black suit, clean suit or whatever. And Ghost, I know he was drunk, but he's trying to act all like nothing happened. Like, oh, hey, Tarik, you look sharp or whatever. Hey, why don't you come over here and meet the mayor? I got some people that I want to meet. Want you to meet. Tarik, he was like, I'm not trying to meet nobody. He put the gun in the bag and then put the bag in the thing over there or whatever. We also find out that Tarik is the one that sent Vincent to kill Tommy or whatever. That's messed up. Another reason why somebody should have punched Tarik in the chest. And it's making me remember the scene to where Tommy hung Tarik over the roof because he felt betrayed, and I think that is justified or whatever. But before the death or whatever, Tarik is going to the club and Kanan pops up, 50 cents. He's like, what the F? And I was, I kind of like that reaction too, to where he just wasn't just like, oh, hey, Kanan. We all know he's dead, but I just like the where it's, he's conflicted. That's kind of like, the devil on the shoulder talking in his ear. That's what that representation was to, to me or whatever. But I like the reaction because, he's tripping or whatever. He's going through a lot emotionally, and I think that was just a great way to represent it or whatever. But the devil in his ear, man, it was like, look, you finna have. I think he said a bitch referring to Tasha, do your dirty work, or he may have said like a little girl or a young woman. I can't remember, but that was kind of cool, and I like that confrontation between Tarik and Tarik and Kanan, 50 cents. But then we have the ultimate confrontation. Tarik versus Ghost, son versus dad. And it's so inconsistent because as soon as Tarik started confronting Ghost, it's like Ghost was talking in a tone like he wasn't tough no more, and the gun wasn't even pulled out. And it's like he knew that he was about to die. He knew that Tarik was about to pull the gun on him. He knew that his days were numbered, that he only had minutes left, or really seconds, and it was really coming through in his tone of voice, his inflection, and all the dialogue, and I don't know. I mean, it was kind of funny. It worked for the most part. I still like Tarik's acting, but then he pulled out the gun or whatever, and he shot him, and he fell to his death. I'm kind of glad they didn't do the slow-mo. Tasha ran in there at the last minute. And then that's where everything still started coming together. Tommy came in. We see Sax helping Blanca up outside because Dre knocked her out or whatever. Now, what I don't understand is why did, like, when not Tommy, but when Tarik went over to the rail and looked down to watch Ghost, why did Tarik need to look over the balcony one more time? It's like at first I was thinking, okay, you're gonna shoot him again to try to, make sure he's dead. But maybe it's because I don't know, maybe he just wanted to look at his dad one more time, but then he saw Tommy there and he got just kind of freaked out. But he realized immediately, or a few seconds after, I guess, that, he made a mistake, and, he couldn't believe it, and that his emotions and his demons got the best of him. Again, this lifestyle, there's no winning with this lifestyle, guys. That's the moral of the story. So I hope all you guys got that. But I think Ghost really realized his mistake when Tarik said, when he said to Tarik, and it's really stood out to me. I rewound it, I kind of said it rewound. I took it back like 3-4 times. Is when Ghost said to Tarik, look, Tarik, if you do this, you can't go back. He was like, I would do anything to go back. I would do anything to go back before you left us for Angela. I was like, damn. Yeah, that was a kicker. And I mean, that happened in season 1. And the look on Ghost's face, I was like, man, it's too late now, bro. It is too late now. You had a few months of smashing your high school fling. And look what happened. Lakeisha's dead. Your empire is damn near gone. Raina's dead. You're about to die. Your ex-wife and baby mom, whatever, mother of your child is finna go to jail, all because of you, man. Was it worth it? And it's kind of like, I don't know, would have been even not just really off the chain is to where, like, he had a flashback of everything in that one moment, and just with clever editing. But that was the best moment in the whole episode to me, where he was like, I would do anything to go back. I would do anything to go back before you left us for Angela or whatever. And I was like, damn, what I'm saying? Like, that's just kind of crazy, and the next scene is, Tarik goes outside and he's in the front of the club now. And he's like, hey, what's going on? The dude be trying to pull a game on everybody. Where's my dad? I got to see my father, detective. I'm like, this dude is acting within acting or whatever, And so that was just pretty cool right there. I did like that. I don't know how Sax got his job back. I really don't. I don't like the Sax character. I thought he was over. I thought he was done. But you see, he's going to come back in these new few episodes of Power that's coming out in the summer. Power book 2, Ghost. But here's the thing right here. Ghost is an asshole. He's evil. He's mean. But Tasha is even worse. My goodness gracious. Tasha is a conniving, like, I do not call women bitches. I don't. But if you're going to if you're going to frame a man for murder that didn't do anything at all, is completely innocent. Now, Quentin, as cute as it's not innocent, and I'm leaving something out from the past, let me know in the comments. But this dude is completely innocent. You using him, and then he was trying to, even though I feel he was emotional, you trying to help him, and he's just trying to help you, and you just going to frame him for murder? And then when he begging and pleading, like, hey, tell him, that we was together, that I was with you, tell him what really happened. She just over there. I'm just like, oh, no, you a B-word, man. You are. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. No. And she got what she deserved. And you know what? So she's in jail now. But before we get there, I just want to say, she didn't get nothing from Ghost either. So that's what her ass get. I'm kind of glad that Tarik, he gets all the funds, but he has to go to school first and get a 3.5 GPA. I mean, dude, you're going to respect the money more by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just didn't give it to you, so, oh man, I got to get an education, like, oh, wow. It's not like, yeah, you may want it now, but no, I don't find nothing wrong with that at all. Like, you get a club, you get the watch collection, you get all the resources, the money, the cash, in a trust, you're good, man. But going back to Tasha Connavin ass, man, she got what she deserves, man. She's in jail. She was in there pulling off her wig. And I hope when in Power Book 2, I hope that Q visits her in jail and rubs it in her face, rubs it in her bitch ass face. Just like, oh, yes. How you doing, Tasha? And he just said something crazy like, that was a good nut that I got. I got it out right before the cops knocked on the door. Thanks for the ass, or something like that. Just because she deserved it. No, man, you a shit. That is crazy. That is crazy. Like, this dude didn't do crap. I mean, she could at least, if she's going to blame it on somebody, blame it on, I don't know. I don't know who she could have blamed it on, but that was evil, man. That was evil. The grandmother, she didn't get nothing, but she going to get her rent paid for about a year. Tarik ends up going to college. And then, I don't know if you guys saw the post-credit scene. I didn't know there was one. I just didn't turn it off. I was just kind of letting the episode ride. But they did a flashback of Tommy, Angela, and Ghost in high school. I don't really see the point of that. I think they said 1996 or 10 years ago. I think it said 1996. But, that was just kind of like how it all started. But, to end this episode, man, Tasha is evil as hell. And guys, you can't get over on people. So, don't do drugs, don't cheat, don't lie, don't steal. Be honest with people, or one of these or all these things are going to happen to you. But I did like the season. I did like the episode. I would want a little bit more of an impact in the ending and the finale, but it was still very entertaining. And one of the things I will admit though, I'm glad that Power is not completely over, because if you kept watching the episode, they seemed like it was like Power never ends, hashtag Power never ends, Power Book Season 2, Power Book Season 3, 4, 5, and like the raising of Kanan, or I don't know, the raising of Tarik. I can't remember, but it was like 5 more stories. I don't know if that was a joke, but I was like, okay, well, hey, if they have more story to tell, looks like Sax is gonna be playing a part, Mary J. Blige, a few other people popped up, so we're just gonna see, y'all. We're just gonna see, but it was entertaining, and I guess this is not necessarily the end of Power, but we'll see in the summertime. But guys, that is just my opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in to my series finale recap of episode 15, titled, what is this title? Exactly How We Planned. I guess it wasn't. What did you think of the episode? I mean, what was your favorite season? What was your favorite episode of this last season? Did you know it was Tarik? How do you feel about my comments, my perspective? Let me know everything down below. Are you looking forward to the new Power series? Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel. Help me reach 30,000 subscribers, guys. That is my next big milestone. Also, guys, you can look me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all the good stuff. It's right there at the bottom of your screen. And I made it very easy by providing links to that in the description box and in the pinned comments. Just click the link, click follow. You're helping your boy out. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget to always chase your dreams, because I'm chasing mine. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.